Hello. I hope you're all doing well. I'm not quite finished clicking on the right buttons to make the game show up yet, but I swear it'll be there in a moment. And there we go. Now Edgeworth is finished. Happy Monday? Is that what today is? Today is Monday. Happy Monday, everyone. I streamed once today, actually, in case you missed it. Today was, and I'll shut up in a second, but today was kind of a special day. Specifically, this lovely daily workout right here was day 365. So 1 year of workouts every day in fitness boxing, and I streamed that this morning, and it was a good time. That was my workout. So that's one of many exciting things that happened to me this weekend. But rather than bore you all with details of my life, I think we should play the game for a little bit. So here we go. Phew. Made it back in one piece. So, wait, what? Wait a minute. Am I in the wrong place? Oh no. Okay, never mind. This is fine. Okay, sorry. The music made me think I suddenly was at the end of the other game again, or something like that. Right? Yeah, yeah, soap. Okay. We made it back in one piece, just. To be perfectly honest, I thought we were finished there for a while. Oh, I know. What a lot of close shaves. There are so many carriages on the street of London. You're very near flattened several times. Oh, no, I didn't mean that. Yes, I know. It was a marvelous defense, Naruhodo-san. It really was. I was in awe of you. Oh, thank you. And now that your fervent exploits have won us some more precious investigation time, let's see if we can't find some new clues for court tomorrow. Yes, let's do that. Is everything alright? I suppose I still can't quite believe it, that's all. That I'm here in England working as a lawyer, I mean. In the Old Bailey, no less. The truth is, it shouldn't be me, should it? It should be him standing in my shoes. It should be Cosima. It was Cosimo-sama's wish that you follow him to Great Britain and work alongside him. Yes, I mean, I never had the chance to ask him exactly why, but he clearly had a plan. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. And you're doing wonderfully, Naruhodo-san. I have no doubt that Cosimo-sama would say exactly the same if he were here with us. Aww, they're such good buddies and friends and what? Sorry, one of my friends is sharing her screen? Hey, how did you say the RR thing, where you tell someone their penis is so small that you want to eat it? These are the DMs that I get from people. Like, in Japanese? I mean, I suppose I can translate that for her, I guess. Sorry. I'm telling my friend how to do dirty talk in Japanese, okay? Just gonna give her the literal translation of it. Yeah. Sheen posed the same thing. I had Choto. Why is she asking me this? Sorry, this is such a strange thing to interrupt the stream with, but I had 5 notifications I went to go check out. You were like, ara mama. Well, yeah, you can start that too. Sorry. You wouldn't use Choto for that, though. Choto is more like Chotomate, let's say. You don't use Choto to describe, like, size. Anyway, sorry. Just gonna tell her, of all the things to interrupt my stream with, teaching you how to ara someone. Sorry, this is how do you type with my fingers? Anyway. I've no doubt the Cosmos would say exactly the same if you were here with us. Thank you, Susato-san. Thank you. Man. Sorry. Anywho, I suppose we can converse with her a little bit. She might have some ideas about what we should do next. It was quite a shock earlier today, wasn't it? When the victim himself turned up in court and took the stand. I know. Not only that, but then finding out that he is actually a barefaced gas thief as well. Yes, that was certainly a surprise to us all. For a while, it seemed as though everyone had quite forgotten about Soseki-san poisoning the tea. Careful your phrasing, Susato-san. He didn't poison anything. And there's more to this Mr. Shamspear than we yet know. I'm sure of it. Mr. Shamspear certainly wasn't the noble, upstanding man everyone thought he was at first. What's become of him, actually? I was told that he'd be returning to the hospital ward where he was receiving treatment. Oh? Which one is that? Let me see. Ah, yes. He's at St. Bartholomew's, or Bart's as Londoners call it. We know that place, don't we? Yes, we visited Miss Green there yesterday. It's the same hospital to which she was taken. Ah, yes, after Soseki-san stabbed her in the back. Do be careful your phrasing now, Horo-san. He didn't stab anyone. Perhaps we both owe Soseki-san an apology. St. Bartholomew's. Yes, we should probably visit the hospital later. Alright, I mean, what's next is probably exactly, you know, what we're up to. So, oh, sorry, wrong voice. So, we know that Soseki-san took tea to the victim on the night in question, but as he isn't the culprit, then obviously, yes, the poison surely wasn't in the tea. But if that's the case, How on earth did the poison get into Mr. Shamspear's body? I'm sure we'll find a clue at the scene. There must be something in Mr. Shamspear's room that will help us solve the mystery. Well, naturally, Scotland Yard's detectives have been over the place already. Couldn't hurt for us having a look around, I think. Definitely. I'm desperate to know the outcome of the investigation with the tea left in the bar soap. Well, if we wanted to Inspector Gregson, we could ask him about that. Kazuma Asogi, the best friend I ever had, and a lawyer with such promise. He really saved my bacon in that whole incident just before we left Japan. I can still picture him now, looking so fierce and determined in court. And then after the trial, that crazy idea he came up with. As a stowaway? Yes, you can fit inside my trunk if you cut up small enough, I'm sure. No one will know. Cosma, won't you tell me why? Why go to these lengths so that I can accompany you to Great Britain? Well, it's been on my mind ever since we got through that trial. That you really ought to go into law, be a defense lawyer. You've got a natural talent for it. Believe me, I guarantee it. But I've never even thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, I can't force you, obviously. You had to decide for yourself. But, anyway, London is the cultural capital of the world, the city at the forefront of everything. Can't hurt for you to see it with your own eyes. No, that's true. I suppose, though, if you were to become a lawyer, then one day... One day what? Oh, no. Never mind. Now, what is on? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking about Kazuma. Yes, he's full of my thoughts, too. To change the Japanese judicial system for the better. That was his dream. And that's why he so desperately wanted to come to Great Britain to study, of course. Yes, that's right. But... Yes. I do wonder if his true intentions lay elsewhere sometimes. I don't know. The thought just takes hold of me every now and then, that's all. Oh? Do you think he was going to become a, I almost said attack attorney. Not a defense lawyer, but a prosecutor? Actually, if it's a defense lawyer, how come it isn't an attack lawyer? Now, hold us on. What do you mean by Cosmo's true intentions? I mean this. His katana. I never expected to inherit the sword after Cosmo passed away, of course. No, no. It was because I asked you to take it. When I have it at my side in court, I feel as though it gives me courage. Yes. Actually, the night before he died, he told me a little about the sword. Oh, do you think this was, like, actually put into the game? Or do you think it was, like... Sorry, do you think this was planned out in the first game, or do you think they, like, attached this? You know? So, I don't know. Sorry, I just want to listen to this music. It's nice. Especially little like boop doop noises. Karma. That's right. It's a prize sword that's been passed down through generations of the Asogi clan. A Japanese man's sword is his soul, Rinosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Karma guides me. I truly believe that. So, its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two. Not that you would need much compelling. On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain. Something you have to do? Yes. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see through it to the end with you. I knew you wouldn't let me down. What did he mean by something very important that I have to do? I had hoped that the answer to that question would become apparent when we arrived here, but as yet, I've not found a single clue. I see. Well, thanks for chatting, buddy old pal Susie. A bucket. Didn't we have a desk in here before? Am I crazy? Perhaps you push the spade away somewhere. It's not a spade now, son. It's a shovel. No, shovels are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a spade. No, spades are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a shovel. Well, doesn't really matter, does it? Yes, so right, Hodo-san. You mustn't quarrel over such trifles. On reflection, then, I think I'll leave the spade where it is. Yes, I think that's for the best. We may need a shovel when we're working in the garden. They're so fucking cute. They're so cute. Like, in the first game, like, I don't know, it felt like Susie was, like, arranged marriage or just in love with Cosmo or something like that. But then, like, over the course of the game, she gets closer and closer to Naruhodo. And it's like, you know, I think that, you know, they're at least pals and friends. But, I don't know if they're actually more than just work associates who are very close because of a friend. But in this game, the vibe is different. These tanks are for keeping sea creatures. They're called aquariums, and they were all the rage in London at one time, apparently. Yes, the English are so clever. Come up with the idea of having ocean life on display in the home. And it means you always have an emergency midnight feast on hand, too. I'm not sure that's really the idea. I heard that there's another room behind that door. Yes, it's my bedroom now, Hodo-san, as you well know. Shall I help you unpack your things? That's very kind, but no thank you. Your luggage looks very heavy. Are you sure I can't help you move it? That's very kind, but really, no thank you. A young maiden's private chamber is a place of bittersweet secrets, you know. The only secret I have is a 5-yen banknote hidden on the backside of my Daruma doll. Wait, where is that doll? It's normally over here. Where's everything that's supposed to be here? Isn't... Huh? Wait, I'm confused. Didn't he have a desk and things in the other game? Is this just, like, before that? Because it's so early in the time they were here in London? Okay, shall we go and say hello to Mr. Shums and Iris? I don't think we need... Oh, sorry, I don't think we've been there for a while. We need to go there. And this is where Mrs. Green was. Okay, I kind of... I think I want to check out Shamspear's room first before I go to the hospital. Tick-a-tick-tick-tick-tick-tick-tick-tick-tick-tick-tick. Also, I've realized that my audio is coming out 2 speakers, so I hope it wasn't echoing off my mic. I hope. Oh, it's gonna be really annoying if it was. Oh, good. Oh, hello then, Inspector Gregson. Oh. What are you doing here? Well, we were hoping to have another look around, actually. The lawyer representing the defendant has a right to examine the scene, as I'm sure you're aware. Yeah, I know the score. Oh, yes. One other thing. There's soap on the ledge outside the window. Did you find it? With the tea in it? Oh, it's boarded up again. Yeah, we found it all right. And there was a small amount of tea in it, as you said. Oh, I knew it. It's with the identification section of the yard now. They're looking into it. The results should be available later today. That's wonderful news. Thank you. Pretty impressive performance in court this morning. Sorry. Nothing. Forget it. Just make sure you don't disturb anything in here. Sorry, I feel like my voices are all over the place today, and I don't know why. Like, they're just totally off character in a number of places. Not that, you know, I'm striving to be like an amazing voice actor or something like that, but I do try to be consistent, even though I'm currently definitely not. So I wonder where I should look around first. Sorry. So what should we look at first? The green soap? So it turns out that Mr. Shamspear wasn't eating the soap at all. Sorry, I'm like into the music today, and I mean, I'm always into it, but still. That's right. The mystery of why it had it. What? The mystery of why he had it on a plate whilst holding a fork in his knife. Fork in his knife. Yeah. Why can't I read? It's not even late. It's 7:55. That's right. The mystery of why he had it on a plate whilst holding a fork in his hand is solved. Yes. To prise his latest ice coin out of his mold. And in the process, he accidentally broke the bar of soap in two. It certainly wasn't hard to imagine, let alone deduce. Oops, I didn't mean to click there. We saw that before. I wonder where the, where's the Juliet costume? If you ran out of change, you wouldn't even have any light, let alone heat. For the needy, London's winters can be very harsh. That's true. But if you think about it, even the wealthy would find themselves freezing if they ran out of small change. London's winters can be very harsh for the forgetful too, then. Frankly, I'm starting to wonder if Susato-san and I are going to make it to spring. That's true. We don't even have a meter at Beaker Street, let alone a gas stove. Look how dark the stain on the floor is underneath the meter there. Yes, from all the water dripping out after the ice cones melted, as you established in court this morning. It's a very large and obvious stain, isn't it? Mr. Shamspear must have used an awful lot of ice coins, I suppose. It was an ingenious idea, I'll give him that. Okay, examine it. Oh cool, we can look at this again. The sun never shines in this room, thanks to that depressing bricked window. Yet, with enough determination, you can always remove the bricks to set some soap outside, can't you? Sounds like a very wise life lesson, Mr. Zato. Only if you plan to follow a life of crime, Mr. Naruhodo. I can examine the stage? This is some sort of makeshift stage, I think, isn't it? Where does the audience sit, though, for the nightly Shakespeare performances? Actors aspiring to the great stage must practice their art, Mr. Naruhodo, with or without an audience. In fact, on a related note, perhaps you should set up a mock bench for the defense in your office. What? Then you could practice your art every single day. I'll think about it. If you promise to don a beard and play the role of the judge. Well, if that would help you achieve your goal. Dude, she's so nice. This I have to see. Just funny because she does end up dressing like a man later on. So. Alright. Are you looking for any clues, Inspector? On Lord Von Zeke's orders, yeah. Don't come back till you got something for me, he says. Oh dear. Poor you. Yes, indeed, poor him. Yeah, poor me, because we've already searched every bleeding nook and cranny in this place. I don't know what he expects, to be honest. Thank goodness for warm chips is all I can say. Well, at least he's honest. Where does he get these all the time, anyway? That's my question. Alright, well... I don't think there's anything else to look at, honestly. I mean, we can probably talk to him. Maybe... Oh no, there's no course. Okay, so I guess we're done here for now. So we'll go to the hospital room. What do you suppose is happening? It sounds like some sort of disturbance. Yes, I hear angry voices. Be not angry, O ample lady. Verily thou art mistaken. Mistaken, my foot! You're looking at my painting! The eye of man hath not heard. The eye of man hath not seen. 'Twas foul indeed, the poison that mustached villain gaveth me. Forgive me, lady. I wish that you died from that poison. God of mercy, ample lady, but thou seest thy vigor still. Behold, my Shamspear dance! Let's just, Are they dating? Is he the boy from her picture that we saw before, like I was thinking last time? This looks rather ominous, doesn't it? Sorry, I just had to take a recording of this real quick, just because that is a hell of a line to be saying while someone like jitters and dances and is just like completely nonsensical like this. That is wondrous and so stupid. Oh man. Alright. Sorry, I just had to tweet that video out. It felt appropriate. Oh god. Yeah, that's ominous. Ha! Lo! 'Tis the lawyer from the land whence riseth the sun. How now? What are you doing here, Mr. Shamspear? Mary, I do believe I'm returned into another ward.
He was looking. That's what he was doing. Looking at my terrible work.
Eastern fellow, so darkly clad. Faith, thy work in court this morning was wonderful. I do applaud thee. Oh, well, thank you. But that doesn't mean things will go so wonderfully for you tomorrow, does it? Wow, stronger than he looks, I suppose. Yeah, a lot stronger because he just like jerked it off into perfect straightness. Huh. Unknown. Excellent. Sorry, I apologize for like occasionally dipping my brainstem out like this. But that that thing that distracted me earlier, I'm very curious about it. Because it's so strange. It's such a strange request to ask. Mr. Shamspear might technically be the victims in this case, but there's definitely a lot more to it than that. It's very hard to pin the man down.
I'm so sorry. Such an awful person.
Ah, Miss Green. Is everything alright?
Oh, yes. I mean, don't worry about me. They're about to discharge me, so I must get ready to leave now.
Oh, I see.
We're delighted that you'll soon be well enough to go home, Miss Green. What's this key? Oh dear, you're too kind. I don't deserve it.
Something is suspicious. What's got her so down like that, I wonder? So, are you feeling more like yourself today, Miss Green?
I am. Thank you. I mean, people do recover from ordeals like this, don't they? Even people like me.
Well, yes, it really was an ordeal, wasn't it?
Well, as far as I was concerned, I was just walking along the snow one evening, minding my own business. And then, completely out of the blue, I was struck in the back by a knife and collapsed unconscious for days. Of course, when I finally woke up again yesterday, all business had been cleared up already.
What a terrible week it's been for you.
Oh no, I'm sure I'm very lucky, really. I look back on this fondly.
Really?
Anyway, I must be getting my things together now, so I'm ready to be discharged.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry to take up your time when you're obviously busy. So, this is a random thought that just occurred to my mind. But, one, do you think they're dating? Two, do you think Shamspear provides her with ice coins as well? Hold on, we've looked at this before, but... yeah, that could totally be Shamspear. Hold on, let's check the nose. Bad portrait. It's not straight on like this one, so I can't tell if like his nose is the right thing. But I mean, I'm thinking it is. Like, I can't see this part, the bridge of his nose, in the picture, but this does protrude a bit, so maybe it is the pretty sharp stuff. Okay. Easel. Oh, jeez. Sorry, I clicked outside for a second. Stuff.
That must be a bag of Miss Green's personal belongings.
She would have been brought directly here after she was found stabbed on the pavement, though.
I expect a friend or family member probably brought some things for her.
Alright then, let's see what's inside. Change of clothes, no doubt, and...
Now, Mr. Naruhodo, must I scrutinize a young maiden's personal belongings?
But the young maiden might have chocolates, or biscuits, or caramel. Really, Naruhodo? Really? No, I didn't want to, like, click it. I wanted to see if it had anything. No, what's up here? There are all sorts of medicines in this cabinet. Look. I'm not sure if it's safe leaving them in reach of everyone like this. Yes, you're right. I can imagine if you were peckish, you might try a whole bottle or two. Well, at least there seems to be a little lock to secure the cabinet doors. I don't imagine that would stop you if you were hungry. I worry that you'd break the lock. Hunger doesn't turn me into a criminal, you know, Mr. Sato. There are lots of bottles in that cabinet, aren't there? Do you think it's safe to keep them like that? If you were a patient here, feel sure you take some medicine by mistake when you half asleep. That is a worry, but at least the cabinet has a lock, even if it's only a flimsy-looking one. Oh, I've no doubt that you managed to unlock that somehow while you're half asleep as well. There are limits even to what I can do when I'm half asleep, you know, Mr. Sato. Okay, can we talk to Green? No. Okay. Maybe we need to talk to Sholmes and Iris. A bit surprised that the hospital doesn't have anything at all for us.
Hello, Bruno. And Susie. Hooray, you're back.
Hello, Iris.
You on fine spirits as always, I see.
I am. And you look as immaculate presented as ever, Susie.
Oh, you flatter me. Well, you couldn't have come at a better time. I've just made a pot of tea.
I'll set some cups.
Really?
Thanks, Iris. But actually, what is that foul smell? Aha! The Wanderers return at last! Where on earth had the pair of you two been? We've been in court. Oh, for Mr. Mustache's case? That was today, was it?
I'm sure I mentioned it only yesterday, Mr. Sholmes.
I'm sure you think you did. Well, we can laugh about it now. So tell me, how did the trial go?
Reasonably well so far. We've managed to escape without a guilty verdict, at least.
Really? Would like to see it. And I must pass the time of day with Mr. Reaper again. It's been too long.
Is Lord Von Zeke's an acquaintance, Mr. Sholmes?
Naturally. There's not a person in the world who doesn't know my name, Miss Naruhodo.
Not quite what I asked, but still. Mr. Sholmes, whatever is that odor?
Yes, what is it? It's faint, but absolutely awful. Ha, indeed. That's the scent of victory, my dear fellows. Victory in science.
Oh dear.
All right, I'll bite. What's he up to now? Oh, we can actually converse with him. So that will be good. Is Susie making the tea?
Oh, look at her go! She's typing!
She's writing the books. What you writing?
If I remember correctly, this large and imposing lump of iron is called a typewriter. To think that every single one of the adventures of Herlock Sholmes blossomed from this very machine. Ah, it's such a dreamy thought.
I actually had a go on it the other day. The metal bars that move when you hit the keys got all tangled up somehow, and that made Iris angry.
Mr. Naruhodo,
you're ruining my dreamy thoughts. Please don't do that again.
Now I've made Sato-san angry as well.
I thought that duck moved for a second. Just going insane, don't mind me. It always strikes me how pretty and neatly arranged this tea set is.
It's my favorite one. In fact, I think it's high time for afternoon tea. Wait there, I'll fetch the special blend that I prepared for today.
Oh, Iris, you do love your tea, don't you? She looks so happy at the prospect.
And after you've drunk it, I'll collect some experimental data, if that's alright.
Just what is she about to make me drink? Maybe something very delicious? I don't think... Why does he put his pipe there? His Stradivarius. I'm not going to bother clicking and examining everything here. The shoe is still here, of course. Very nice. Some cards. All these mementos of past cases. Yeah. Mr. Sato's eyes still sparkle every time she lays eyes on them. But yours don't they, Bruno? Well, I have read The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes now, by order of Mr. Sato. But the trouble is, having seen the real thing in action, somehow the stories don't quite ring true for me. Well, he does solve the cases, in the end. I suppose so. Perhaps there's more to the great detective than meets the eye. I do like this fireplace. One of the best things I've seen since we arrived in the country, in fact. Although, I do yearn for a Japanese kotatsu. Putting your legs under a warm blanketed table is so comforting. Do be careful, Mr. Naruto. Don't mistakenly put your feet into the fire, will you? You tougher terribly burns. I worry sometimes what how Susato-san sees me. More teacups? Why are there teacups here? It's curious how this enormous metal chest is being used as a coffee table. And even more curious, I think that Iris' father's notes about Mr. Shum's case are inside of it. You mustn't look in there, Bruno. There's no sort of secret between Daddy and me. And Mr. Shums isn't somehow in on the secret. Hurley tends to forget, you see. As soon as he solved a case, in fact. Once, when he read one of my manuscripts, we had a terrible argument about it. Never have I solved such a case, he said. He was absolutely adamant. Oh, sometimes I wonder if he's from another planet, don't you? Yes. He's from Britain. I'm a little bit more curious about the Van Zeeks line. Lord Baron Von Zeeks. Yes. It's an interesting silver... So, is it sobriquet? Is that what that word actually is? Because I don't think I've ever seen the word spelled out. Sobriquet.
Sobriquet.
Sobriquet. Oh, okay. That's how I was gonna pronounce it, but then I thought that was wrong. So okay. Yes, it's an interesting sobriquet, yes, isn't it? The Reaper of the Bailey. Once the legendary prosecutor has fought for someone's conviction, that person is doomed. Even if he or she is found not guilty by the courts, sooner or later the hapless soul will vanish from the capital. But vanish how exactly? By falling in a passing carriage, or drowning in the Thames, or succumbing to a sudden fever, or, quite out of the blue, being set upon by a highwayman. There are numerous routes to one's final terminus, my dear fellow. It all seems a little far-fetched, really. Well, on the bright side, Mr. Mustache is fighting fit, for the time being at least. That's not overly reassuring. If the rumors are true, though, the obvious conclusion would surely be that those acquitted are, well, by Lord Von Zeek's own hand. As it happens, Mr. Sato, that's quite impossible. Oh? Why? Naturally, the man very quickly came out of such suspicion. However, whenever these incidents occurred, the Reaper always had a cast-iron alibi. Really? And so his reign continued. But 5 years ago, he vanished from the courts, never to appear as a prosecutor again. That is, until you arrived in the country, Mr. Naruto. Yes, so I've heard. In fact, it was the very day I arrived when I was thrust into that trial at the Old Bailey. That bitter fight to the death coincided with the Reaper's resurrection, and it really did end bitterly indeed. And here you are, facing Mr. Reaper again. Poor Bruno. Oh, I don't know if you're just incredibly unlucky, or incredibly unlikable. I think it goes deeper than just me. I sense a general loathing of all Japanese people. Japanese people. Let's foul smell or find out about Van Zeeks' interesting prejudices. Foul smell. So, What is that indescribably foul smell? Ha. Well, most probably this, I would say. What is that? My dear fellow, it is, of course, my latest invention. A chemical test that can identify whether or not a tea is genuine at the drop of some tea. Oh my. There are some unscrupulous sorts manning the stalls along some of London's less frequented streets. They regularly sell what purports to be high-quality tea, but it is in fact merely dyed leaves of drab blabber. Well, that's certainly unsavory behavior. So, when one is presented with what appears to be black tea, one must be careful. Iris? At the ready, Helly. Let us add a drop of my chemical to this cup of tea here. Do you see what happens? It turns black. It turned completely black. What a foul odor it's giving off. Indeed. The blacker the tea becomes, and the more foul the odor, the better the tea is. It would appear that this cup was a particularly fine Darjeeling. That's very ingenious, but what do you do with that black liquid now? Oh, dispose of it naturally. Surely you wouldn't like to drink it, would you? There does seem to be a rather obvious problem with your new invention, Mr. Shelms. Hence why this chemical test is merely a test, my dear madame. Right. I mean, you just don't drop it into the entire thing of tea, right? Like, just put some aside and test it, and then drink the rest. Let's say eat. The point is, we are entering a new era of science in the world of criminal investigation also. Yes, forensic science. Oh, these are such exciting times. This picture right here I should send to my mom. Because she watches so many shows with this kind of stuff. Monk, Psych, Blue Bloods. What's his name? Not MacGyver. Who's the guy with the big trench coat who like always like walks away and explains things with like kind of a smuggy attitude? Columbo. All those types of things. I regularly engage in this scientific experimentation alongside my unofficial consulting detective work. The Herlock-Sholmes method will be the foundation upon which modern investigative technique is based. This little tea indicadent. This little tea indicadent was a happy byproduct of my ongoing forensic science research. Forensic science? I suppose I should find out more about that. Okay, well that can come later. I'm just gonna go down the list. With Mr. Natsume, who I'm currently defending, being Japanese as well as Mr. Sato and myself, I felt it even more keenly in court today. For some reason, Lord Von Zeke seems to have an inherent disdain of the Japanese. Indeed, it is an interesting observation. Do you know something about it? Do you, Mr. Shelms? It was about 10 years ago now that Baron Von Zeke chose to enter the legal profession. However, before that time, the young man's closest companion hailed from the Empire of Japan. No. What the? Tell us more, Mr. Shelms. What happened? I believe I've made it clear before. I'm unable to tell you anything about the affair. Oh, but... Okay, so Von Zeeks, Mikotova, and I'm going to assume also Cosmos somehow are all tied together in this in some way. The veil will be lifted on the events of the past in due course, I have no doubt. And for now, however, it is Mr. Mustache who is most deserving of your attention, I believe. So, your T-test, is that an example of forensic science? Indeed it is. An essential tool in cases that hinge on the knowledge of whether some tea is of high or inferior quality. Not a huge number of cases, then. Perhaps a more practical example is required. Fingerprints? Not yet accepted in our court as evidence, I might add. Really, we are dragging our heels there. I haven't even heard of them until recently. But you hadn't heard of fingerprints? Which is partly why I undertake research in this field of myself, of course. Does that mean you're studying fingerprints, Mr. Sholmes? There are others in that field already, and I abhor the company of inferior minds. No, what I am researching is skin prints. Skin prints? Or nomenclature of my own design, as is a chemical agent that makes it possible. It instantly reveals objects touched by whichever person is under investigation. Tell it, Mr. Sholmes. As long as it doesn't turn everything completely odorous and black. I assure you, my dear fellows, you will witness my forensic talents in action very soon indeed. Well, I think we should go back to the scene and see if we can uncover any new clues. That's the spirit, Runo. See you later. Yes, until later. No, Mr. Sholmes, we were thinking you'd come with us. Were? Yes, of course. You said so just a moment ago. You said we'd witness your forensic talents in action. Ah, yes. I do recall saying something along those lines. But you go on ahead. I shall be sure to follow you later, in all likelihood. Probably. Maybe. Well, I might. Your commitment astounds me. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Sholmes. We'll eagerly await your arrival. Bye-bye, Runo. Bye, Susie. They are a fun pair, aren't they? Is, out of curiosity, are they, like, situated up with stuff? Like, is he? Oh, yeah, he is. Look at that. Mr. Sholmes seems to be making funny faces on his desk. I thought he said he was going to come with us to Mr. Shamspear's room. No doubt he's preparing something, Mr. Naruto. Something amazing. And he's doing it while he's asleep. Is there no limit to the man's talents? I mean, it's pretty impressive to fall asleep like that, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, there's new dialogue. Iris? That's incredible concentration, that is. I find it quite remarkable how she can focus on so many different things at once. Perhaps I should try drinking more herbal tea. The blend third from the right would be good for you, Runo. Oh, Iris. This girl is destined for great things, I'm sure. Alright, well, that makes you want to go back to Shamspear's room a bit, because maybe now he'll show up. But before I do, I'm going to go to Briar Road, because it's weird that it's here, I guess, or that it's an option, at least. Maybe we'll spot the gas man trying to peek in again, though we've already kind of uncovered his case, so maybe not. Well, there's the soap. So I guess nothing too exciting. William Robin? Yeah. Alright, so there's just nothing here. It's just along the way. Oh, right, I forgot you can... Oh, maybe we should go see Soseki. Also, I wonder if the Gyarados have anything to say about their tenant being a gas thief. Mr. Gyarados appears to be out. Oh well. I suppose you'll have to come back again later. His wife isn't in though? Alright. Shamspear's Road it is then. Again. Nope, no change. I figure if Herlock was gonna show up, then he'd probably like we get a text crawl. So let's go to the prison. Do 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 do. Local prison, cell number 9. You know, the most impressive thing about Mr. Natsume is that he's wearing gaita in London in winter. His feet must be so freaking cold. Oh, Mr. Natsume is back. So he is. Mr. Natsume? Mr. Natsume? Hello? I'm a cat. Sorry? I don't know who Mr. Natsume is or Herlock Sholmes. I don't know about courts or trials or Old Baileys. I am a cat. That's what I am. Just a cat. Mr. Naruhodo, he's trying to escape from reality. You know, all this... The only thing that this guy saying, I am a cat, makes me think of is the sad cat dance. Which, God, there are so many of them. I wonder... Hold on. Okay, yeah, sure. Sorry, I had to make sure that it wasn't, like, gross, basically. Like, that it's okay. It's Peach. It's a good Peach, though. And apparently 1 million people like it, so there you go. Anyway, sorry. That was probably really loud. Trying to. He already has. Completely. So, what is your name then? Oh shit, I have no name. Mr. Naruhodo, he hasn't fully thought out his new identity yet. Maybe it's not too late to bring him back to reality. Do you think you could open your eyes first, Mr. Natsume? Open your eyes and see. He's just a poor cat. Can't accept reality. I am not a cat. It worked. He's back in the real world. Oh, what's going to become of me? No! Don't answer that. It's obvious. Oh, God damn it. Sorry. I'm getting very irritated with something that... Sorry, I need to pause this for a moment. Also, we should save. I can't remember if I mentioned this before or not. But, what was it? Last Monday? Yeah, it was when I had the day off last Monday. I found out that the day before that, I think it was, yeah, on Sunday, when I tried, like, I went to order some food, and the place, for some stupid reason, they have their, like, location set as being in California because it's an online order, but they're literally down the street from me, nowhere close to that at all. How do I... The fuck? And as you might guess from my irritated tone, they like canceled the order on me. Like their kitchen wasn't actually open or something like that or whatever. And they just fucked it up basically. And so when that happened, which is rather annoying, it caused my bank to like flag my card for fraud, which like was irritating because it didn't show up until the next day when I was trying to buy some Saint Quartz for the gacha games for Fate. And it was at like 7 in the morning, and I was like, all right, time to roll for Kyanskia. And a fucking course is declined, and then like my bank's hours aren't, well, they're bankers' hours, and even like their whatchamacallit, their like help call line thing where you can call and get shit figured out doesn't open until their hours are open. So it's really just like the convenience overall. Yeah. So anyway, that happened. Okay. Sorry, I was just logging to my bank to make sure that my card was still good and didn't have anything stupid happening to it. And because I just got an email that said that something failed to process, basically. Which I don't really understand because the card hasn't changed at all. Like, none of the numbers involved with the card have changed. Yet, like, random things that had automated controls are suddenly, like, not going through. Some are. Like, my my internet and those kind of things are paid fine. I got, like, my notifications about it being, like, everything was working and what have you. But, other things don't. Like, I just got my, I just got, like, an alert from Patreon that's like, oh, we failed to process your request. And it's like, what? Why? I don't understand. So, just weird, annoying shit, basically, is what I've been dealing with. And it's very inconsistent, and it makes it kind of annoying to, like, go and, like, eat food, because there's, like, that worry in my head that my card's going to get declined. And it's going to happen, like, outside of banking hours or something, and I'm just going to have to sit there wherever I am until, like, I can do something. It's quite bothersome, is what I'm saying. So, anyway, so please visit your pending pages pledge below. Okay, sorry, I'm just going to sort this out real quick while I'm thinking of it. I apologize that this stream has been so very distracted today. And I actually don't know which one it's talking about. There's not a, like, redo thingy for some reason. Okay, well, no, I don't want to cancel memberships. That's... Man, Patreon fucking blows ass. Like, they're... Like, I like that I can support people that I want to, right? But it irritates the crap out of me that their UI is such garbage. Like, it's pretty looking half the time, but like navigating it, their sense of direction is like, it's like an intern decided to make the navigation of the page, like just wherever like puts it, and just throw links around, and just, it's not very well constructed, is all I would say. Anyway, save complete. Okay, sorry, what's becoming me? No. Don't answer that, it's obvious. My accursed soul is never going to escape this accursed fate.
Mr. Nuts may know. This morning's proceedings in court prove that there's hope.
Yes, locum student Mr. Narho Esquire was brilliant, but the Reaper is omnipresent in court, in my lodgings, here, there, everywhere.
What's he looking straight at me for?
I think perhaps there are some things we should discuss.
Oh, yes, we must.
Okay, so we've got dialogue options then, yeah. And what should we do first? This morning or Mr. Shamspear? This morning trial?
In my whole life, have I ever been so moved as I was today? No. Of course, if I cast my mind back, there were perhaps one or two other occasions that moved me more. But if I just block those out, then today, being in that courtroom was the most moving experience of my life, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
You're too kind. Scotland Yard found the remaining tea, just to be deduced, and are analysing as we speak.
There's nothing wrong with that tea. They will find a drop of poison in it. That's a sworn, soseki, certainty.
It's a good alliteration usage without the S. Tell me, did you both drink the tea at the same time that night?
Oh yes, most definitely. Remember, drink tea while it's hot. We both poured it down our throats like it was a hot bath for our bellies.
And at the time you were both completely fine, as shown by the fact that he and Mr. Shamspear then engaged in the Romeo and Juliet match. I suppose the focus of tomorrow's proceedings will be how the poison was taken by the victim then.
That rotten Shamspear. What have I ever done to him?
What have you done to him? That is a good question, isn't it? You don't recall him taking issue with you over anything you've done recently?
I've been holed up in my room, immersed in books. I don't recall anything. Anything at all.
Right. But what if I don't understand is why he...
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. But what I don't understand is why he didn't let me know sooner.
Let you know what, Mr. Natsume?
About the soap, of course. What else?
Oh dear. Are you struggling with such a meager stipend?
Of course I am. If I had money, I wouldn't have chosen to live in a cursed existence in such accursed lodgings.
Oh, yes. You said it's because the place is cursed that it's so cheap, didn't you?
Exactly. Especially the room that I rent. The spirit of the capital offender who lived there still haunts the place, and is trying to kill me.
Capital offender?
Might I ask, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, that the next time you visit me, you bring scores of super soft soaps?
No, I'm not helping you cheapen out the gas. No. No. I wonder if I present this and we'll talk about the gas stuff at all. Mr. Natsume, it's nothing much, but...
Ha! Been too long since I've been offered a present with that delightfully humble etiquette of Alhomund.
What?
You're too kind. I accept it gladly.
Sorry, but I wasn't trying to give it to you, actually. So that's his default text, probably. Alright, well, it was lovely talking to you, Natsume, but we must be going. I guess Shamspear's room again? Maybe we'll get lucky. Yeah, there he is. What's he looking at? Mr. Shelms, what are you up to over there? What a question indeed. Was it not your good self who asked me to attend the scene?
Why? What are you doing here, Shelms?
What are you up to over there? What are you doing here?
Dear me. Once a great detective, one is always under scrutiny, it seems.
It's not the time, Mr. Shelms. Are you about to show us your forensic talents in action as you promised? With the greatest of pleasure, my dear madame. Well, I wonder if his thing is going to be used to prove that the tea that was drunk is not the tea from Mr. Natsume. Because Natsume said it was a really good tea. So it would turn black with Sholmes's thing. But I bet you the tea that poisoned him was tea that doesn't turn black? With the greatest of pleasure, my dear madame. Oh. What's all this? Oh, this is precisely what you requested, Mr. Naruhodo. Herlock Sholmes, sensational skin print seeker gun. Moments ago, I took a sample from the teacup that was used by the victim. A sample? From Mr. Shamspear's cup. Each individual leaves microscopic secretions on everything he or she touches. A sample of those secretions is all I need to produce this, a refined indicator solution. By liberally spraying the room with this chemical, everything the victim touched is instantly revealed with the aid of these goggles. Oh, it's like the Invader Zim germ goggles. Yeah, try them on. Also, this is like the thing in the second game? Yeah, I think it was the second game with the science girl and her fingerprint detection stuff or whatever it was. There. Now, spray the chemical indicator about and all will be revealed. Spray? How do I do that exactly? A little press of space on the area you're interested in is all that's required, like this. What is that stuff? It's like fog. The suspension of the chemical indicator is in a pressurized gas, the most efficient way to cover a large area. That was another invention I discovered incidentally whilst I was developing this idea. Don't you do? Go ahead, try it, my dear fellow. We may learn something interesting about the victim's movements on the night in question. No, there's nothing to lose, I suppose. Let's explore. Okay, well. Spray. Okay, I mean, that's a lot. Oh, he went for this box a lot. Looks like he pushed it there. Yeah, there's a lot right there. What about the stage? Okay, kind of weird. I mean, there must be a lot of stuff with this. Nothing there. So, I mean, he touched both teacups, is what this tells us, right? That doesn't... You can't actually investigate anything, right? Oh, you click as well. Okay, so they're not going to let me stop this until I guess, find whatever is important. He never touched that piece of paper, though, it looks like. Interesting. So that letter is from somewhere. Oh, jeez. Look, there are dozens of handprints here. So there are. A great many indeed. So much so that it's hard to make out any one individual print in that. Ugh, sends chills on my spine. Perhaps he was leaning against the wall while he admired this picture. Unlikely, I would say. It's a rather dull scene after all. And without wishing to state the obvious, you wouldn't generally admire a picture from such close quarters, I feel. Oh, very true, Mr. Sato. It's a bit of a mystery then. What's behind the picture? There's got to be something behind it. Okay, we're not done with it yet. So I guess we need to find more things. I mean, this hat that was messed with quite a bit. This box is also interesting. Is there anything here? No. Okay. How about underneath? No. Surprised there's not more around the around there. Can I cease? How do you cease? Is it like escape? No. It doesn't do anything. What was the teacup? No. Or sorry, the tea. The what? No. There's barely any on the teacups at all. I've got to be missing something. Like something super duper obvious. And there's no way back, right? Oh wait, oh, the water. No? I mean, you couldn't get fingerprints in the water, but I'm surprised he didn't try to clean it up, like, even a little bit. What am I missing here? Is it like the Jester Mask? No. He like hasn't touched anything on his shelf, which is kind of weird. Besides the hat. Okay, sorry, but am I supposed to do more? The victim's movements on the nights in question. I don't understand. What am I supposed to be learning? Oh wait, what about this nail? No? So that's nothing? I mean, he's not that tall. Maybe I just gotta do stuff around the picture? No? Okay. I mean, I'm trying here. But there's no back button, so... Am I stupid? Am I like ultra duper dumb? Because I don't really get it. Why isn't it working? We already sprayed the obvious stuff. I sprayed there. When he was here, and like hunched over, his hand was like down here. But that doesn't seem to have anything. Right? Like, yeah, he didn't drop her the prints. Oh, wait. Oh, look at all this here. One of the floorboards looked like it was being pried up a bit. Oh, yes, interesting. A multitude of the victim's handprints. Why are there so many of them on the floor in this one spot? Oh, perhaps he had a bad fall just here. Nothing obvious that he would have tripped over there, is there? I wonder. Personally, I often stumble when there's nothing obvious to trip over. I think that's what the only great detective would do, Mr. Shams. Well, this is quite a puzzle. Handprints all over the floor. Yes. Well, there's no obvious explanation. Okay, that's... Apparently we needed fingerprints on this and there. Weird. Well, we sprayed Mr. Shum's amazing skin print indicator all over this room, didn't we? We did. But there are two places in particular of the interest, I would say. Yeah, it looks like he's hiding stuff there. The handprints on the floor there, and on the wall by the picture, there's probably something behind it. Yes, and I think the floor warrants closer investigation. There won't be a moment. Yeah. What is it, Mr. Sato? Look here, Mr. Naruhodo. One of the floorboards has popped up. One of the... You mean... It's a secret hiding place? Excellent work, Mr. Sato. So, what do we have in here? Oi! What are you lot doing? Inspector Gregson, stand aside right this minute.
It's my job to investigate there.
No need, Inspector. You continue to dig into your portion of chips whilst we dig around on the floor here.
Your fancy's talk putting me off my food anyway, Sholmes. A new bit of evidence, exactly what I need.
Wow, a secret hiding place under the floor. What a find! It's not a hiding place you could make use of in Japan. I don't think I could lift a straw to Tommy, Matt. No, I know, but I never expected one of the wooden floorboards to move either. It's got me wondering about the wall over there, too. Aren't you curious? Oh! I'll investigate at once. There's nothing behind the picture, sadly. Only the wall. How disappointing. But then, how do you explain the handprints? I really can't think why anyone would have been touching the wall over and over in one place like that. Maybe he pushed this box there, then stands on it to do something. What would he need to do by standing on that? I mean, he could reach this with that, I guess. Just turn the light on and off, probably? There you are. A print for you. The photographs of the handprint on the wall have been entered into the court record. Wow, how did he do that? Oh, thank you very much. This invention can make prints too. Now then, I wonder if Inspector Gregson has found anything under the floor there.
I'm desperate to know.
So am I. Alright, sorry, give me a second to the Discord messages. I apologize, they're busy today. Alright, buddy, what do you find? I'd love to know if there's anything hidden underneath the floorboard there. Allow me to ask Gregson now. After all, we're well acquainted. Yes, you certainly are acquainted. Inspector Gregson, really, it's been too long.
What is it, Sholmes?
I thought perhaps you might show me what you found there.
Seeing as we're such good friends. Or not friends.
No, I suppose not. Oh, poor Sholmes. A dismal failure. A dismal failure. Yes, I heard. Good to know what was under that floorboard.
Alright then. Fair's fair.
What?
You did discover the hiding place after all. Suppose I should at least fill you in.
Really, Inspector? Thank you.
Do it quickly, my dear fellow. If there's one thing I know about this man, it's that he blows with the wind, as fickle as the weather. Oi, stop making out to be some kind of knot. There were 3 items on the floor there. A newspaper clipping, photographic print, and a tin box.
Now, what do you want to know?
Looks like this was cut out of paper about 3 months ago. So a convict who got sick and died while he was 7 times up in Manchester.
How terrible.
Made the headlines down here in London as well.
The bloke had been sentenced to death, you see, but nature caught him first.
Oh my goodness. He committed a capital offense.
A man by the name of Sullen. Nasty piece of work. Into burglaries and murder. They say the hoard he knocked off was worth about £1,000.
A hoard? With treasure, you mean?
Jewelry and the like. But he hid it somewhere, and no one knows where. Now he's dead. Papers loved it, of course. £1,000 lost en route to hell, or some such was the headline.
Does it not strike you, though? Why such an article would be so carefully ensconced under the floor?
I suppose now you mention it, it does seem a bit odd. Perhaps I'll go over the paperwork while I'm starting back at the yard and see if we can turn anything up.
Okay.
So, this is the photograph I found. Looks reasonably recent to me. Garadub and... there's that boy again.
Yes, it would appear to have been taken on the street in front of the house here. The gentleman on the left is Mr. Garadub, the landlord, of course. But who's the young man on the right? Mr. Garadub's son, perhaps?
He's got art supplies. Definitely related to Miss Green. Perhaps you can take that print if you like.
Really? Are you sure?
We can presume, therefore, that the yard already knows. The identity of the young fellow, that is.
Is that true?
Well, it's too bad if we do. Unfortunately for you lot, leaking information isn't one of my pastimes.
My dear Inspector, if I may be so bold as to point something out. Pastimes are for one's leisure, but this is for work.
All the more reason I'm not telling you! Dismal failure.
Yes, I heard. I wonder why a photograph like this was hidden under the floor. I mean, Mr. Shamspear himself isn't in it.
Photographic prints are still rare treasures in the East End. I imagine Mr. Gator was rather delighted to have been immortalized. Probably made a proud present of it.
Then why is it in the floorboards?
Well, this tin box looks interesting, doesn't it?
Might I suggest, Inspector, that you open it?
If you were to find something inside that reveals the truth behind this case, I wouldn't be in the least surprised. Yeah, funnily enough, I've already had a look. It's completely empty.
What? Shamspear? Give us a clue, man.
I wonder if it's a tea box.
You didn't even have the chance to utter a word, Miss Naruhodo. But anyway, at least you found out what's inside the box.
Yes, thin air. It's empty.
Rather like how I feel inside. Is there nothing more to this box then, I wonder? Cat?
Kitty cat!
Oh look! It's that lovely little kitty cat! What was its name?
It's Mr. Nutsmaze, isn't it?
I don't think we've ever asked him, actually. Why don't we call it, Wagahai?
You know, like Mr. Nutsmaze refers to himself in Japanese.
I wonder how he got in here. Clever cat. How wonderful. Well then, Wagahai, here's something delicious I brought for you from the cat's meat man.
Aww. Now, how's the cat getting into his room, though?
Couldn't be happier now, look.
I just hope we can bring some happiness to his owner, too.
Oh, look. Oh, it's kneading. It was kneading. I wonder if he does that again.
No, we either... Nope, I guess we don't look at that again. can I converse with you? Like, what's the point here exactly? That was a cheeky little meow guy. Damn cat needs correction. Oh, but he's so adorable. I could sit and watch him forever. I think he may not appreciate that after a while. We have an investigation to get back to. Cheeky kitty. But, did he come from up there? This is... Oh, no. Mm-hmm. Come on. Okay. We have a... No, damn it. I'm just trying to move it around. The ill-fated tea got shorts the 2-man drink on the open night. During the heated literary debate. Okay. I'm sure that the two lovers in the play ended their lives with poison. Okay. Let's fix Miss Sal. Let's hope it stays that way. Okay. I think I've looked at everything. I think. Because everything looks like it's checked off. Even the cat is now checked off. So okay, we've got stuff now. Supposedly the crime scene photo. No, not that. This stuff. We have handprints on the wall. The article. Guy in prison. Oh, well, he mentioned the capital offense, which was it Soseki that talked about that? That mentioned like the haunting of the capital offense thing or whatever. So I suppose we'd go back to the prison then and maybe show that to him to see if he like reveals more about the case to us. Yeah. Though also we should probably go to Gyardeb's room and present this to him in case he's there. 1 second, I need to take a drink. What's this? It's a newspaper cutting that we found in Mr. Shamspear's room. Ah, so he knew, did he? Sorry? About this man, Selden, a convicted killer, and the evil spirit behind the curse that afflicts my lodgings. What? He's already taking one young man's life, and now he's trying to take the life of another. A miserable, mustache, much maligned Japanese man. Mr. Natsume, if you know something, please, you must tell us. Tell us everything you can about this evil spirit. The truth is, I didn't know the details myself until very recently. That Selden man was arrested about a year ago now. At the time, he was hiding out in lodgings. At Mr. Gyardeb's house. What? He lived where you do now? That's right, yes. Exactly where I live now. In my very room. Oh my. Your room was previously occupied by a criminal found guilty of a capital offense. But before his sentence could be carried out, he died in prison. That was 3 months ago now. And that's when it started. The curse. What really is this curse you keep mentioning, Mr. Natsume? It's already caused one death. A few months after the criminal passed away in Kitchen. In prison. A man died in the room. The man who rented it after Selden, in fact. The boar lodger. He was found dead in mysterious circumstances. The room was locked from the inside. Locked from the inside? Exactly like the case we're dealing with now. So that's the convict's curse, is it? Yes, well, that was the start of it. Do you have any idea how the law joined before you passed away, Mr. Notme?
The official cause of death was asphyxia. When they discovered the body, the room was full of gas.
Gas?
I only found that out after I'd signed the lease. When Mr. Gyardo came to tell me later, I couldn't stop myself trembling. In fact, if I'd known beforehand, I'd probably been too scared to take the room. Landlord's lease, luckily legal.
Looking for Mr. Gyardo, maybe, but not so lucky for poor Mr. Natsume. And now you believe this curse is affecting you?
It is at first. I just felt as though I was being watched. All the time.
And then you talked about having nightmares, didn't you?
The dead are trying to take me with them. They come for me and try to suffocate me. Just when I'm struggling to breathe, I wake up. In the room. It's as cold as ice.
Willing to sacrifice. But why is your room so cold?
London winters are too cold to bear without any heating overnight. But for some reason, even though I light the stove before I climb into bed at night, the pilot light always goes out, and the room fills with gas.
But that's terrible. That's exactly the same situation as what led to the previous occupant's death. And then there's what happened to Mr. Shamspear last night, when he was mysteriously poisoned. There's clearly more to that incident that can be explained by a curse, though. Whatever can be the cause of all these strange happenings in Mr. Gyardo's rooms? Good question. It's not Gyardo. The dude is a pretty straight arrow, I think, as far as things go. I brought you the soap that you wanted. Do you wanna make the coins out of it? Mr. Natsume, what do you know about this?
Oh, there it is! That lathery lowlife that took my neighbor's life and sent me sliding to the depths of despair. Slippery, sickly, psychotic saboteur.
You've really gone off soap, haven't you? Oh god, he probably smells terrible. Sorry, you've really gone on soap, haven't you?
Absolutely. I made up my mind. The next time someone gives me soap as a present, it's friendship finished firmly forever.
Wait, but didn't you ask me to bring you the soap to make the coins? I don't know that we can blame soap for everything that's happened to Snotsme. I can. I doubt he knows who that is. Do you know anything about this? It's not. It's something about. Oh no, that's just. There's the default dialogue again. So nothing. I mean, I would ask him about this actually, because you never know. It could be like, hey, has this guy ever come across the? Came by the house before, you know? But never mind. Okay, well, so let's go ask Gyardo about it. I was about, yeah, okay, cool. So he's probably back now. Ah, you're here now, Mr. Gyardo. Right bally business it is for me, you know? Getting out and about. Well, you're at the Old Bailey by any chance? Naturally. The fate of my lodgings hanging in the balance and all that. Not a trial to miss. The fate of what's already been dubbed your haunted lodgings, yes. Of course, the place has caused quite a stir around the capital on more than one occasion already.
As the old haunted lodgings or some such.
Ah, well, at least he knows.
Makes you wonder what the blazes is going on, don't you know?
I wonder if someone who doesn't like Gyarados is trying to set him up or something.
Yes, I'm sure it does. In fact, thinking back to Mr. Notmay's other trial just 2 days ago, you were at the Old Bailey then as well, weren't you? Testifying with your wife about what happened.
Stopped off at the prison on the way home, in fact. Beastly business.
I see.
Oh, no need to get up, buddy.
So, what brings you to my haunted abode today, eh?
Haunted abode. I don't know. What do you got to talk about? Your lodgings and your lodgers. No, that's fair enough.
Some fishy fellow from the Far East and a failed actor chap of questionable character, right? Yes, the house does seem to have become something of a magnet for rum fellows of late. Thanks to that bally curse.
The convict's curse, you mean?
Ah, heard the stories, have you? Rotten scoundrels arrested here. Then the next chap in the room goes and keels over. And there was that woman who dropped dead just outside on the street. Not to mention the actor yesterday. My next, eh? Well, can't help but get the Coley wobbles, can you?
When you say the woman who dropped dead outside on the street, do you mean Miss Green?
Because Miss Green, who was stabbed by the knife, and Mr. Shamspear, who was poisoned last night, are both very much alive still.
Yeah, well, so was that blasted convict's curse, it seems.
Personally, I should be quite content with such lodgings. A bath, a toilet, a fireplace. A fascinating history. Why?
It sounds like the lap of luxury.
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, there's no bath or toilet included, and no fireplace either.
But you do look out for your tenants, don't you? By watching the rise and fall of the flames in your gas lamps up here.
Yes, never hurts to keep an eye on things.
In case there are any mishaps or such like.
Oh, I think you've had your mishap already, sir.
That's not helpful, Mr. Shams.
Heaven forgive me. The words just came to my lips.
Some fishy fellow from the Far East and a failed actor chap of questionable character, eh?
There's no need for that, Mr. Gyarados. That's right. Mr. Natsme is in no way fishy.
He is undeniably peculiar, however.
Is it right that he took the vacancy?
Oh, sorry. Is it right that he took the vacancy immediately after the previous tenant passed away? I can't read.
Yes, that's right. I asked the estate agent to find someone, and he popped up the very same day. Of course, a chap so keen for a place with
a background, as it were. I don't think it was the room's background he was keen on so much as the cheap rent, actually.
So, how long has Mr. Shamspear been lodging under your roof?
That failed actor chap?
Let me see.
Oh, of course. Yes, it's been 3 months now. Quite sure of it.
Only 3 months? He's quite new here too, then.
And to what do you owe your certainty in that regard, Mr. Gyarados, if I might ask? Well, it was that Selden scoundrel as it happens.
Selden? The convict, you mean? Do Selden and Shamspear have some kind of connection, then?
That convict chap... Oh, sorry. The convict chap. Selden passed away in the clinic 3 months now. You see? Some malady or another.
Yes, we've seen the report from the newspaper at the time.
Well, it's only 3 days later that the Tridarian showed his face. The actor fellow.
Really?
Yes, I remember quite distinctly.
'Tis small, this world we inhabit. Prithee thee, landlord, hear my request. I, the humble Shamspear, do desire to take thy room on the middle floor offered ere well for rent.
Terribly sorry and whatnot, but that won't be possible. Already have a lodger on the middle floor. Ground floor room's vacant, though.
Nothing can be made out of nothing. Let me repeat mine will unto thee.
Those curls must be muffling your ears. The room on the middle floor is taken. It's ground floor or nothing.
Very well. We have an accord. Glad to hear it. Welcome to Briar Road.
Lo, a Shamspear dance to celebrate.
Yeah, and he still rented the lodging though. From what I heard in court today, sounds like the chap was thieving gas. He was 3 months in arrears with the rent too. Yeah, the fellow was a bally player, all right. Thank you for your candor, Mr. Garrett. We're most grateful. By way of appreciation, allow me to say 1 or 2 words. Give me my robe. Put on my crown. I have immortal longings in me. What's happened to you? Shakespeare, my dear fellow. One of his most famous lines. I wish to divulge my own learning on the subject, for I have a turn for literature too, you know. Perhaps you could turn your attention to more apt lines, then? Okay. Is there anything that we should show to him? Oh, right, this. I almost want to show him the soap, too. Just be like, hey, what do you think about, what do you think about your tenant stealing shit with soap? Yeah. Hidden photograph. Sorry. Mr. Garrett, could I ask you to look at this photograph? Is that your son who's with you there?
No, not at all. He was a lodger here once. Duncan Ross was his name.
Duncan Ross?
A street photographer happened to be passing, so I asked him to take a shot, just for kicks, really.
Was he, by any chance, the lodger before Mr. Knotsmay?
Yes, that's right. The young gentleman who died in the room in mysterious circumstances.
Just what Mr. Massage was waiting for, one might say.
Yes. Young Duncan lived in the room at the top of the first flight of stairs before that Japanese chap.
Would you mind telling us a little more about him?
Yeah, Duncan Ross. Young chap was in the art school. Had to work to pay for, mind. Moved into the middle floor room about a year ago. After that criminal Solomon was arrested. Young students are always on the hunt for rooms with a history behind them.
A history of cheap rent, maybe, yes.
Yes, well, anyway. It was one morning about a month ago now. I hadn't quite worked out the old trick of watching the gas lamps to see what my lodger was up to at the time. So sadly, I was rather tardy to discover what had happened. The smell of gas that alerted me it was.
Ah, yes. Synonymous with the smell of death.
Called the police straight away, of course. The officer kicked the door off its hinges. But once we got inside, the old belly collapsed.
Because of the gas?
Yes, the room was full of it. No air at all. The stove must have gone out while the poor chap was sleeping in his bed.
So, Mr. Ross suffocated to death?
Of course, the police gave me a sound ticking off because the gas pipes were so old and all that. Can't tell you how much it sent me back to the lot placed all over the house.
But even after you had all the work done, Mr. Knotsmay says the same thing. The stove goes out at night while he's asleep in bed.
Well, that's the bally curse. The convict's curse. Done my duty as landlord now.
Someone's feeling defensive.
No, he's gonna kick us out. Oh, that reminds me, actually.
Yes?
About young Duncan. The night before the poor chap perished. He'd been writing a letter. A letter of affection to a young lady.
A love letter, you mean?
Yes. Where did I put it now?
Oh, it does it have a tear? Oh, no. I was wondering if maybe it would had a, like a match to the bit of envelope we saw before.
No, here it is, left on my desk.
If you'll excuse me. Let me see now. What does it say? To my most beautiful and charming sweetheart. Do you think that we should be reading such a personal piece of correspondence?
My dear Miss Usato, that is precisely why I prefaced my reading with "if you'll excuse me."
I will not excuse Mr. Sholmes, no.
Sadly, he didn't address it, though, so I've no means of delivering the thing.
Rather sad, really. I see. That's going to play on my mind. But really,
The identity of Mr. Ross's sweetheart has no bearing on the case. I think we should leave well alone.
Yes, I suppose you're right. Indeed, the intended recipient's address is missing. However, there's a name attributed to the man's most beautiful and charming sweetheart.
Mr. Shelms, please. I've already had to chastise you about this once.
My undying love to you, my colorful darling, olive green.
Oh, olive green. The woman who was plunged into a coma after a knife plunged into her back outside this house 5 days ago. The victim of the last case Soseki-san was in court for, who regained consciousness only yesterday. Is it just chance that her name has come up now? Could it possibly be a mere coincidence? Mr. Naruhodo, whatever can this mean?
Reading personal correspondence can have its merits, you see, Mr. Sato.
Oh, don't ruin it, Holmes. Sholmes.
She's a fan for now.
I want to show him the soap.
Okay, now he's tired. Alright. It's fine then. Well, we know where we need to go then, right? Go chat with our good old buddy. Oops. Oh no, is she gone?
Listen now, hold off. Just finished speaking with the doctor. It seems Miss Green is well enough to be discharged at last.
This is good news, but hopefully just before she leaves...
Huh?
What is it?
Miss Green!
What's that? She clearly just hit something behind her back. Suicide note?
One moment, I'll be with you in a jiffy. Oh, hello everyone. What are you all doing here? The doctor says that I can be discharged, so I'm just getting my things together.
Miss Green,
what were you just doing? Oh, nothing really. I was just about to take some medicine the doctor prescribed for me, that's all.
Well, we were hoping to have another quick chat with you, if that's alright.
I don't really have anything else to tell you.
Alright, she's definitely behaving strangely. Let's see if we can't coax something out of her. Alright. Here's a picture of your lover.
Miss Green, we were hoping to ask you about someone.
Mr. Duncan Ross. You knew him, didn't you? Biblically. Oh, pink.
Oh, I'm so sorry. The bottle of medicine fell down when she did. Oh, Miss Green, are you alright?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you like that.
No, it's alright. I just wasn't expecting it. But how do you know about Duncan?
Mr. Ross had been writing a letter when he passed away. The landlord found it in his room. It's a very personal letter to you.
I was at the art school. That's where I met Duncan, a year ago now. He was working to fund his studies. He turned to becoming a professional artist one day.
And the two of you became romantically involved?
Yes, that's right. We were very much in love. We were engaged to be married, actually. That's why he decided to move into a cheaper room, to save money for the wedding.
And that's what led him to Mr. Gerdib's?
Yes, he told me he'd found the worst but cheapest room in the entire East End. And then, 1 month ago, that's when it happened.
We're so terribly sorry, Miss Green.
Well, it's all in the past now, I suppose. Poor Miss Green. She looks desperately sad.
I was starting to think that's just her look. What is this key she has in her hand, I wonder? Do you think there's a secret door behind the painting that somehow connects the doors? And that's that? But now I see that she has every reason to feel the universe is against her. Is that thing still dropped? Yeah, okay, hold on. The bottle fell off before Miss Green collapsed. That was quite an earthquake. Whatever was in the bottle? Honey, maybe? Or treacle, or syrup, or all three mixed together even. Mr. Naruhodo, you've been having a lot of very mean thoughts during this exchange. Disappointed in you. Sorry. Over the note. This is the card that Miss Green was looking at so intently before, isn't it? Mr. Naruhodo, we shouldn't be peeking at a young woman's private effects. Right. I should say peeking for gentleman effects only. You mustn't do that either. And maybe you, Mr. Sato, shouldn't be peeking into a young man's mind either. Hmm? Really? That's it? Duncan Ross. Who would have ever thought that he was engaged to be married to Miss Green? To lose one's beloved fiancé must be painful enough. But the Miss Green suffered that awful injury, and outside her fiancé's former lodgings too. They can be very cruel sometimes. True. No, damn it. There's already a thing I didn't want to... Okay, no. So maybe not so much that. Did we fully converse with her? No. Oh, we didn't. Whoops. It's wonderful news that you're going to be discharged, Miss Green. Oh, yes, I mean, thank you. Once people better, the hospital staff don't want them lingering and wasting space. Well, people like me anyway. So I don't think I should keep anyone waiting. Probably shouldn't stand around and chat. She certainly doesn't seem to be in the mood to talk, that's for sure. Bum, 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 bum. I do hope you won't think I'm being rude, but do you mind leaving me in peace now? I have to leave the hospital soon. Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't mean to hold you up. Of course, we'll be on our way. I'm gonna guess Sherlock? Or sorry, Sholmes. Mr. Naruhodo! Yep. Surely you are not about to leave. That's quite out of the question. Well, Mr. Sholmes, I didn't realize you... Is that... Hold on. Is there a dead rat right there? Mr. Sholmes, I didn't realize you were here. But of course I was, my dear fellow. Watching intently from the shadows as always. Well, make your presence known next time. Mr. Sholmes, what's this about? The rat poison she was about to drink? Something which occurs to me with some regularity, Mr. Sato, is this. Why do detectives insist on such an ex post facto modus operandi? Why solve a case after it's happened, instead of preventing a case before it happens? That's what sets a great detective apart. What do you mean? There's a case waiting to happen under our very noses, Mr. Naruhodo. So let us avert disaster. Let us prevent this case from ever happening, with nothing but careful observation. Alright. All the clues you need are set before you. You need only look, and you cannot fail to see. You can do it, Mr. Naruhodo. I know you can. This. Is the rat gonna get up after? That mouse seems to be dead, look. I didn't notice it there before, did you? I think perhaps it drank the medicine that's spilled out of the bottle. But that's the bottle that Miss Green was about to drink from when we arrived. You don't think? I see you come to appreciate the true nature of this scene. That of a tragedy about to take place. Yes, I think it's falling into place. Miss Green, the contents of the bottle you had before was spilt on the floor, and the poor mouse that drank it has sadly died. Huh. I think it's clear that the bottle must have contained powerful poison. Don't worry, I will attend to the mouse presently. You should attend to the suicidal lady. Miss Green, were you intending to go the same way as that rodent? To take your own life? Once we'd left, you would have put it in to your lips again, wouldn't you? And taken the poison.
No! Miss Green, please. Please talk to us.
Why did it go into looking mode? "10 seconds later, and we would have arrived at a very different scene here. In all probability, we would not have enjoyed this most delightful conversation. Of course, perhaps it hasn't been quite so delightful from your perspective, Miss Green."
Actually, in a way. Now that everything's out in the open, I feel like a weight has been lifted.
Tell me, how did you acquire that medicine? Shamspear gave it to you, didn't he?
Well, with this being a hospital and all, when the doctor comes to examine me in the mornings, he always leaves the medicine cabinets open for a while. So I snuck this out when he wasn't looking.
It conspicuously lacks a label. I wonder what it contains.
I'm afraid I don't really know. But I thought if I drank it, it might just stop the pain somehow. Oh, please, Miss Green, don't talk of such things.
Well, it seems clear now that it contains poison.
Yes, that poor little mouse is proof of that. Oh no, it's all my fault. What have I done?
I shall remove this to my office, Miss Green. I take it you have no objection?
No, none.
That's it? That's it? Wait, can we find out what's on the note? It definitely appears that this card must be relevant. I mean, when we first arrived, Miss Green was standing with it in her hand in what can only be described as a very tense atmosphere.
Yes. It may very well be related to whatever incident Mr. Shamspear believes was about to happen here. Perhaps we should ask Miss Green about it.
Can I ask you about the card?
Excuse me. Neither the sender's name or address appears to be written on the envelope card. It arrived by postcard my home the day before the incident that put me in the hospital here. I have information regarding the death of Duncan Ross. Come to the Slug and Salad on Brower Road at 5 p.m. on the 17th. Don't tell anyone else about the letter of the meeting. It's a matter of utmost importance.
Was that the night she was stabbed? Or semi-stabbed?
Wait a minute. The 17th of this month? That's the day you were stabbed on Briar Road. And 5 p.m.
is precisely the time when the incident occurred. Wait, how does he remember that? Isn't the case closed?
The Slug and Salad, yes. A pub on the northern corner of Briar Road. Briar Road being the street that Mr. Gerardov's house is on. Does this mean that... Yes, I'm sure you guessed. That day when I was stuck in the back of the knife, I was actually on my way to the Slug and Salad. Sounds like an awful salad, just saying. Goodness. So that's what you were doing on Briar Road that day. I'm sorry I didn't say anything before.
Sorry, one of my eyes is getting super sleepy. So, having trouble reading.
I think I really will have to ask you to excuse me now. I've told you everything.
Yes, I'm very sorry to have had to drag up such painful memories for you.
No, it's fine. Miss Green, please promise us you won't try to do anything like that again. Yes, don't worry. Your detective friend is the bottle now anyway. And besides, I've been stabbed in the back and had a close shave with a bottle of poison on, and I'm still here. I think I'm destined to see things through to the end. Might sound a little conceited, but well, that's how all this has made me feel.
Well, alright. That's good. Sorry, drinking some water. Leaving Miss Green and St. Bartholomew's behind, we made our way back to Baker Street with Mr. Sholmes. Well, it would appear we've reached the end of the investigation tour for today. Yes, it's late. And Mr. Naruhodo, did you discover anything that may be of use in your court tomorrow, do you think? Details about Mr. Shamspear, Mr. Gerdev's lodgings, the convict Zeldin. There are many facets to this case, and we've yet to see to the heart of it, if you ask me. That's my feeling, anyway. I can't help wondering about the result of the analysis. Into Mr. Natsmay's tea, you mean? Yes. Will they have found strychnine in it or not? Well, I fear that either way, it will be hard to escape the grip of our friend, Mr. Reaper. What's here? Yes, Baron von Zeeks. But I wish you every success, of course. And though I was late to rise this morning, tomorrow will be a new dawn. I intend to spring from my bed at a crisp hour and attend the trial. Mr. Sholmes, you're going to come? Indeed. Whatever happens, I shall be there, assuming my eyelids cooperate in the morning. Well, I think we've done all we can. All that's left is to remain focused and keep fighting for Mr. Natsmay's case until the end. Sorry, cause. His cause. London. The world's most prosperous city. Home to some 6 million people. But away from the razzle-dazzle, down back alleys and behind bricked-up windows, the lonely lurk. So Saki-san had battled long and hard with loneliness during his many months here. So I felt honor-bound to battle equally hard for my compatriot, to lift the curse that gripped him. As Mr. Sholmes said, tomorrow will be a new dawn, for all of us. To be continued? Yep, to be continued. Okay, I'm going to stop it here. We've been going a little bit more than 2 hours, but I'm getting tired. Like, one of my eyes is closed. And I was like struggling to keep my head up during part of that. Not because the game is boring by any stretch of the imagination, just I've been up since 5, I think. Yeah, like 5 or 5:30 I woke up. So I'm good. Exit game. Don't save. We'll deal with it tomorrow. Or rather, not tomorrow, but next time. So we will enjoy this lovely, lovely game on Wednesday. So 2 days from now. And it'll be at the usual time, the 7:30 Eastern, on this lovely Twitch channel of mine. And then tomorrow, probably gonna play Zelda. I haven't played it since last week. I didn't have time this weekend because I had a very, very busy day. That was great fun and a good time, but I barely played any video games besides Melty Blood last night. So, but yeah, I'll probably play Zelda. We'll try to find a couple more shrines, and then who knows? Depending on how long it takes to find the shrines, then maybe we'll go and fight Ganondorf. Maybe. Big maybe. We'll see. But regardless, hope you have a great rest of your night, rest of your day, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And I hope that if you are enjoying the new anime season, that you're finding some good and entertaining things to watch. Because I have been, and I still have a number of episode 1 shows to enjoy. But we'll see. So, bye for now. Have a good one.